The region of Alsace-Lorraine, with its complex history of changing allegiances between France and Germany, played a unique role in World War I. The inhabitants of this borderland, torn between their cultural identities and geopolitical realities, faced a difficult decision when war broke out in 1914. This article explores the experiences, motivations, and contributions of the recruits from Alsace-Lorraine who found themselves thrust into the heart of one of the deadliest conflicts in history. Historical context: Alsace-Lorraine, a territory rich in cultural diversity and strategic significance, had been the subject of territorial disputes between France and Germany for centuries. Annexed by Germany after the Franco-Prussian War in 1871, the region remained under German control until the end of World War I. Recruitment dilemmas. 1. Dual loyalties. The people of Alsace-Lorraine were caught between their cultural ties to France and the political reality of German rule. The outbreak of World War I presented a difficult choice for many residents. 2. Forced conscription. As German subjects, young men from Alsace-Lorraine were subject to conscription into the Imperial German Army. This forced many to serve in a military they may not have identified with. Experiences in the German Army. 1. Cultural isolation. Recruits from Alsace-Lorraine often found themselves isolated within the German Army due to linguistic and cultural differences. Many spoke French as their first language and struggled with German commands and regulations. 2. Conflicting identities. Serving in the German Army put these recruits in a complex position, torn between their cultural allegiance to France and their legal obligation to serve in the German military. 3. Frontline service. Soldiers from Alsace-Lorraine were sent to the Western Front, where they faced the brutal realities of trench warfare, including the horrors of gas attacks, artillery barrages, and the constant threat of death. The allure of French liberation. 1. Hope for liberation. Despite serving in the German army, many recruits from Alsace-Lorraine held on to the hope that a French victory would lead to the liberation of their homeland. 2. Covert support for France. Some soldiers secretly harbored pro-French sentiments and engaged in acts of sabotage or subversion to aid the Allied cause. The return to French control. 1. The end of German rule. With the conclusion of World War I and the signing of the Treaty of Versailles in 1919, Alsace-Lorraine was returned to French control. The recruits who had served in the German army now found themselves citizens of a reunited France. 2. Reintegration and reconciliation. The return of Alsace-Lorraine to French sovereignty marked a period of reintegration and reconciliation for the region's inhabitants as they readjusted to life under French rule. The experiences of recruits from Alsace-Lorraine during World War I reflect the complexities of identity, loyalty, and survival in the midst of a devastating conflict. Forced to navigate a web of conflicting allegiances, these soldiers demonstrated resilience and fortitude in the face of adversity. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of war and the enduring spirit of those who strive for freedom and cultural preservation.